Hey, how's it going out there, everybody? Hope everybody's having a great day. Welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Cash, and this is Trucker News, or as I like to say, hashtag Trucker News. Let's get to the news stories I got for you today. First, you ask, what is Trucker News? I'm an illiterate truck driver. I'm going to try to read some news stories to you that I think we should all know about, and you ain't got to waste your time reading. I mean, we got enough to do, right? You ain't got to read as an adult. Let me read it to you while you do something else. Here we go. First story of the day. Alabama DOT now studying options for notorious dangerous Joe's Truck Stop. Over 15,000 drivers face CDL downgrades after FMCSA voids CDL medical cards from Houston doctors. Loves opens a new truck stop in Missouri. Young driver pins driver in his 60s as he tries to guide him into the loading dock. Come on. Bill to stop FMCSA from enacting speed limiters has been reintroduced. A police officer in plain clothes who shot into a semi-truck has been reassigned to telephone duty. All right. A truck driver distracted while adjusting his radio has been sentenced to 15 years in a fatal crash. Oh, I got a lot of opinions about that. Officers looking for ghost drivers, ELD tampering, and false logbooks during the blitz in May coming up. Can't wait for that. 761 pounds of liquid, not just regular old methamphetamine, liquid methamphetamine seized from a truck stop fuel tanks. Your truck runs on diesel, mine runs on liquid meth. Let's get to this news. Come on with it. Get over here. Gather the kids around. I got all the stories you need to know about today. Alabama DOT now studying options for notoriously dangerous Joe's Truck Stop. So if you don't know what this is, there's a truck route. I think it's Alabama 35. It's got a real sharp curve up, mountains, down mountains, curves. So a citizen took it upon themselves to make a giant concrete barrier to keep trucks from swerving off onto his property to make the turn. The barrier's been hit no telling how many times at this point. And, the guy wants them off his property. The state won't fix the road. It's a real impasse here. Let's see what we got. Alabama Department of Transportation has started studying options for improving notoriously dangerous mountain road, otherwise known as Joe's Truck Stop. The guy who made the barrier, his name's Joe. There's no actual truck stop. The most recent wreck happened on Monday, April 7th, at a sharp turn on Highway 35 known as Joe's Truck Stop in Fort Payne, Alabama. However, the issue with trucks crashing in the area has been around since 1950, and Alabama's just now getting around to fixing it. Hold on, Alabama, come on, get your shit together. The semi-truck crashes are what prompted Joe, a property owner along the sharp curve, to install a barrier wall known as Joe's Truck Stop to protect his property. This week, Mayor Brian Brain says that the city leaders are looking into a more permanent solution than the hazard project constructed by a concerned citizen that has managed to hold up over the years. Yeah, this barrier's been hit so many times, and honestly it's probably kept a few people from going through this dude's house. So I can't blame the property owner for building the wall. If they won't do nothing about it, if the state knows they have a dangerous situation, why don't they do something about it? 50 years this has been like this. Wow. They say it's been a topic of conversation for many years. If they going too fast, there's not any way for them to make that turn at the bottom of the mountain. It's a 90-degree turn at the bottom of a mountain. They've been log trucks, chicken trucks. They've been a truckload of bulls, stated Robert Fountainer, son of Joe, the man who constructed the wall. So far, the only solution Alabama DOT has approved is the installation of a truck accelerator bed along the now damaged wall. So I guess they're going to put a runaway truck ramp in, would be their solution. I say come on with it. If they're halfway driving decent, yes, it will work, Faulkner said. Alabama DOT is now in the midst of a $1 million feasibility study to determine if an overpass is a realistic way to route trucks away from the dangerous turn. Results from the study will likely take a year and a half or more. And that's why we can't get anything done in this country, because just to do the study is going to take a year and a half and $1 million. I should have got into the DOT when I was a kid. Man alive, there's money going in there that don't ever come back. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? From the state's bank account to mine, retirement. Shit, I could have retired on a pension as a millionaire with these damn state contracts. Over 15,000 drivers face CDL downgrades after the FMCSA voids medical certificates issued by 2 Houston doctors, if you want to call them that, these sons of bitches. The Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration says that thousands of truck drivers will need to obtain new medical certificates after the agency deemed 2 Houston area doctors non-compliant with physical qualification examination regulations. So that's how these guys get the medical cards. You ever seen that one guy that looks like he's about ready to fall over dead from going up 3 steps at a shipper? And you're like, I know I'm out of shape, but how does he get a medical card? Am I right? On Friday, well, now we know, they go to Houston. Over 15,000 unexpired medical cards issued by Dr. Jenny Lee Dustin Mai. What if he's any kind of Asian Mai? Between March 23 and March 25 will be voided. The FMCSA says total number of commercial vehicle drivers affected by the voided CDLs are 15,225. In 2 years, they issued that many medical certificates. I'm going to do some rough math in my head on that. I'm going to say that's like 50 people a day they were examining. I mean, that's a lot of examinations. So if you got your medical certificate from one of these 2 doctors, just know you will need a new one real quick like. Love's opens a new truck stop down in Missouri off of 57. On Thursday, Love's Travel Stops announced the opening of a new store in Charleston, Missouri. Come on. The new Love store is located at East Marshall Street in Charleston off of 57, exit 12. Come on down there. That's like when you're going up 55 and you get off 55 onto 57, exit 12. I actually just saw this truck stop the other day, and I was like, is that a Love's? Because they don't have the big sign up yet. You know, the big heart you can see from 4 miles out. They didn't have the big heart up, and I was like, is that a Love's? Nah, that can't be a Love's. If that was a Love's, they'd have a giant sign up. So now I know from my own news story. Here we go. It's going to have 76 truck parking spots. Come on. It's going to have an Arby's opening April 14th, 4 showers, laundry facilities, cat scales, dog park, and self-checkout options. Come on with it, Loves. Take all my money. Take all my money, Loves. So now you know, down there at exit 12, I think there's a Pilot across the street and a Casey's on the other side of the freeway. If you guys run that area, you'll know that exit. You've probably seen them building this Loves. It's kind of a hidden Loves from the northbound side, though, because I was rolling north, and I was kind of looking for a place to stop in that area, and I rolled right by that Loves. I don't know if it wasn't open yet or what, but I know the big sign ain't up yet, so keep an eye out for it. Right here's a crazy story. Young driver pins driver in his 60s as he tries to guide him into a loading dock. A truck driver is dead after a young driver pinned him against a loading dock as he attempted to guide his semi-truck. The accident happened on Thursday, April 10th, at Priority Cooling Manpack in Yuma, Arizona. Out there, some of you call it Yuma. I like to call it Yuma. According to the news, 21-year-old truck driver was being guided in by a 61-year-old truck driver as he backed into a loading dock when the young driver accidentally pinned the older man against the building. God, what a way to go. Live to be 60-something years old, fight through life, get to 60, and then get pinned to death. Now, the man was transported to a nearby hospital where he was pronounced dead. Both truckers were from out of state. No other information has been released. It's an unfortunate thing, but it's just why I don't get out and help people, because I don't want to be responsible for your actions, especially like this. This could have been a trainer and a trainee situation, though, so we don't know the information, but
You know, if you're going to hit my truck, before you hit the truck, I'll honk the horn or I'll get out and say something. But I'm not going to tell you which way to turn the wheel and which way not to turn the wheel because let me tell you a little story. At a PFG a few years ago, there was a girl trying to back in beside me, and she didn't know how to drive a truck for shit. I mean, I'll just be honest with you. She was here on a work visa. She didn't even have an American driver's license. She had a foreign drive. I mean, the whole thing was just as shady as it gets. Didn't know how to back a truck for crap. Shows up at a PFG where you have to blind side in. The last like 3 or 4 dock doors, um, you got a blind side in. It's over in Maryland, and she did not know what she was doing. And I said, I jumped out and I said, "Hey, stop what you're doing real quick." I said, "Let me unhook my truck for you. That way, it'll be much easier for you to back in without my truck in the way." So I pulled out, moved my truck out of the way, and then another driver came over and proceeded to help her back in. And honestly, I don't think he knew much about backing either. I think he was trying to look, you know, like a hot shot in front of this pretty little girl. And he made a damn fool of himself and hit my trailer. Now we got a real problem because you hit my trailer in someone else's truck. Never do that. Never get in someone else's truck and back it in for them because that guy, I mean, I don't know what kind of trouble that got him in, but yeah, that was a real scene there. Oh my God, had to get a police report on all that. It was a nightmare, absolute nightmare. I don't help people back in. I ain't getting myself in your situation. You're supposed to be a trained professional. Get out and look. That's all I can tell you. I know a lot of people, oh, back in the day, truckers used to help truckers. I don't speak the same language as half the truckers out here now, so I don't know what I can really tell them. You know, I speak broken half-ass English, and uh, half of them don't speak that. You know what I mean? So, you know, do you? But you won't see me out there getting it done like that. All right, next story. Bill to stop the FMCSA from enacting speed limiters. Can we get this? Can we get it? A newly introduced bill seeks to prevent a Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration from moving ahead with a pending rule to require speed limiters on heavy trucks. The FMCSA is expected to publish a notice of proposed rulemaking for the heavy truck speed limiter in the spring of 2025. But lawmakers and trucking groups are working to put brakes on the controversial rule. The deregulation restriction on interstate vehicles and 18-wheelers drive, they always got to make it some weird thing, that way you can make an acronym out of it, was reintroduced in the House by Representative John Brecken. If passed, the Drive Act would prohibit FMCSA from issuing any rule or regulation to require vehicles with a gross vehicle weight of 26,000 pounds to be equipped with speed limiters. I'm going to tell you where speed limiters are really going to hurt truck drivers. The legal truck drivers that don't do logbook resets, it's really going to hurt us because they are starting to tighten up every delivery time. On my end, I've noticed every delivery time just keeps getting tighter and tighter and tighter. And then, you know, I don't do logbook resets, so it's getting tougher and tougher to get there on time. We'll see how that goes. A plainclothes officer who shot into a semi-truck has been reassigned to the telephone team. Should have been fired if you ask me, but you know, them police unions are hell, you know. Police officer who shot into a semi-truck on an interstate in Florida last month is being reassigned to the telephone team. Lieutenant Mark Crawford was placed on administrative leave after a March 10th incident on 95 in Jacksonville, Florida, where Crawford returned to work on Wednesday, April 9th, and being reassigned to the telephone team, which takes reports for minor incidents over the phone so other officers can focus on serious incidents. According to the news, circumstances surrounding the shooting are still unclear, and the officer has not made a statement regarding the incident. 70-year-old truck driver James DeBardelabin sustained what appeared to be non-penetrating gunshot wounds, and multiple bullets were left in the engine compartment of his truck. The report lists the officer's vehicle as offering no contributing action to the incident, and the list the semi-truck is operating motor vehicle in careless or negligent manner. However, the report later states that the officer's vehicle was found at fault for the crash. Well, yeah, if someone's shooting into the cab of your damn truck and hits you, you might crash. I'm just going to put it out there. Another truck driver who witnessed the incident has offered footage from his dash cam, but there are some technical difficulties preventing officers from using it. Oh, man. He gave us consent to get into it. The problem is he doesn't know how to download it, so we're working on that, trying to see whatever footage is there. Okay. Well, maybe they can find it, because I'm going to tell you what, if a cop's going around shooting into semi-trucks and the semi-truck didn't shoot first, the driver of the semi-truck didn't shoot first, or he's not like holding someone hostage and threatening their life, there is no reason to be shooting into that truck. I'm telling you right now, boys. State Attorney's Office is currently conducting an investigation. Once that is completed, a JSO administrative investigation will commence. The incident was the fourth officer involved in shooting that Crawford has been a part of in his 21-year career. Damn, son. Damn. A truck driver distracted while adjusting his radio has been sentenced to 15 years in a fatal crash. Truck driver's been sentenced to 15 years to prison after crashing while adjusting his radio nearly 5 years ago. The crash happened April 30th, 2020 on Interstate 75 in Macon, Georgia. Truck driver Arthur Waldrop was driving his commercial vehicle along 75 when he looked down to adjust his radio. Driver-facing camera shows that Waldrop took his eyes off the road for more than 20 seconds and traveled over 100 yards before eventually crashing into the back of a car. Yeah. I don't think he was adjusting his radio. That might be the official story, but you look down for 20 seconds. I mean, what are you doing? Are you reprogramming every preset on the damn radio in 20 seconds? I mean, that's why I love steering wheel controls. You know, you put the Bluetooth on and you just hit the steering wheel buttons. You don't have to look down. It's just up, down, volume up, down. You're cruising along. That's crazy. 20 seconds of eyes off the road. There's no call for that. Footage of the incident shows debris exploding from the car. The car was driven by a 70-year-old beloved pastor. Damn, you killed a pastor, son. Clever Scott, as it was crushed by the impact of the multi-ton truck driven by Waldrop, not Darrell Waltrip, Waldrop. In those 20 seconds of distracted driving, a life was lost. Macomb Judicial Circuit District Attorney Anita Hayward said in a statement, "This case serves as a sober reminder of the devastating consequences that can result even in a momentary distraction." Waldrop pled guilty to first-degree vehicular homicide on Monday. The district attorney's office initially suggested a sentence of 15 years in prison with 10 served behind bars, while Waldrop's attorney argued for 3 behind bars. The judge issued a sentence of 15 years with 6 to be served behind bars after 6 years. Waldrop will have the opportunity to serve the remainder of his sentence on probation. Damn it, boys. Damn it, boys. Just bad all around. Officers looking for ghost drivers, ELD tampering, and false logs during road trip blitz. You know, I tell you a couple companies to look for. I mean, I ain't no snitch, but boy, I need these illegal sons of bitches off the road ASAP Rocky. I'll tell you right now. This year's biggest commercial vehicle blitz is just weeks away. Here's what truckers need to know to prepare. Commercial vehicle CVSA International Road Check Inspection Efforts is scheduled for May 13th. Circle that on your little calendar. On your little truck stop calendar. Get your pen out right now. I'll wait for you. Go to May, circle 13th through the 15th. Through U.S. and Canada and Mexico, inspectors will be paying special attention to 2 areas of emphasis: tires and false records of duty status. Come on! When inspecting tires, officers will be looking for low tread depths, audible air leaks, flat tires, belt material, tread sidewall separation, bulges in the sidewall, and proper repairs such as rubber-coated plugs in the sidewall, items lodged between dual tires. There you go. An examination of record duty statuses. They'll be looking for electronic log device tampering, ghost drivers claiming a co-driver when there was no co-driver present. Come on. Improper use of personal conveyance, improper use of other exceptions, including adverse driving conditions and records of off-duty while performing work for a motor carrier or non-motor carrier work. So what you want to do is you want to circle the 13th through the 15th, but also draw you a circle on about what would that be, about the 5th? Because they can go back, what is it, 8 days on your log. So you want to go, you want to make sure that log's crispy clean, looking real good, like a white suit in church. You know what I'm saying? Anybody? Road Check is the largest targeted enforcement program on commercial motor vehicles in the world, with an average of 15 commercial vehicles inspected every minute for 72 hours. Come on. Get ready for it. She's coming. She's coming. 761 pounds of that liquid meth seized from semi-trucks' fuel tanks following traffic stop on I-215. Yes, sir. Traffic stop conducted on a semi-truck by U.S. Border Patrol agents resulted in the discovery of hundreds of pounds of illegal drugs. On April 8th, agents at the Newton Azraq station initiated a traffic stop on a semi-truck traveling on I-215 northbound in Murrieta, California. A canine unit was brought to the scene. The dog alerted to the possible presence of illegal drugs. Border Patrol agents continued investigation and discovered anomalies in the fuel tanks. Woo! Come on now. The truck and driver were transported to a Border Patrol station for further investigation. At the station, agents discovered an aftermarket compartment within both diesel tanks. The fuel in the compartment tested positive for the characteristics of methamphetamine. Homeland Security and hazmat personnel were contacted to assist with extraction of the liquid. A total of 22 5-gallon buckets were retrieved on both tanks. Come on. The weight of the methamphetamine was 761 pounds with an estimated street value of $684,000. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, I can get you discounts on diesel. If you stick around to the end of the video and watch the commercial and sign up, I can get you mad discounts on diesel. But meth, we paying retail for meth. I ain't got the connections no more. I just don't. I'm sorry. So if you need a discount code on meth, I ain't got nothing for you. But if you need discount codes on fuel, I'm your guy. Stick around to the end. This has been Trucker News, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate everybody watching the videos. Click the like button for me. If you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button. Thanks, everybody. Take care of each other out there. And remember, people are more important than trucking. Hi, I want to talk to you real quick about the ES Advantage card. Do you need discounts at major truck stop chains? They got them. Do you need discount on shop rates at TA and Love's? They got them. Tire discounts. They even got health insurance now. Click the link down below. Easy application, no credit check. Sign up. They give you a call back, take all your information, and you'll be in the network.